Oh, hey, hi, hello. We are here. Brand new intro. Who dis? Uh, we can thank the one, the only, the mastermind behind all the creative side of this tank game, Justin, for that fantastic new intro. So, shout out to you, buddy, for just being awesome as is. Um, very good stuff. And we're gonna go around the room, introduce who we're gonna be playing. As you also will see, we have a guest that will be joining us. Um, but we'll go ahead and start with the one and only Warren.
Hi, I'm Warren, and thankfully I'm playing Carter, who has been reading a book and is very happy. And hopefully, this whole session will just be Carter reads a novel. Right?
It's a possibility. The world is your oyster. Um, Next up, we have Hannah.
Hey, I'm Hannah, playing Eva Hill the Bruja, and Eva loves to kick ass, and tonight we'll see, actually, she doesn't really care whose ass she kicks tonight, so
Dimitri, watch out.
we're here for revenge.
I know how to stay out of her way.
Speaking of Justin.
Hi, I'm Justin. I play Dimitri the Ventru, and right now I'm currently known as Yuri, and I'm looking forward to coming back to Indy and burning the whole fucking town down. Woo!
We're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time, in the words of the great philosopher Michael. And because Ian's doing a ready check or a mic check for us, as great as they are, we're going to go ahead and go to Rob. Rob, who are you going to be playing this evening?
Hi, I'm Rob. I'm going to be playing Isaiah Davis, Nosferatu, tech expert, and recluse looking for a friend.
Ian just got way too excited because Nosferatu is their home away from home.
It's been a while since I played one, but happy to get back to it.
Exactly. Ian, you are up.
All right, I timed that really well. Good lord. I'm stoked to have a Nazi on the cast. So, welcome. I'm happy to have you. Dear Lord, we've needed. But anyway, my name's Ian. I'm playing Michael the Ravnose. You may know him from before, but you don't know him anymore. We're gonna get into that here in a minute. But God, I'm excited to be here. Oh man, it feels good to be home.
And home we are. Some might say last week we had a bit of an explosive episode, where
Too soon, man. Too soon.
6 days sometimes is a long time to cause.
Spoiler warning. Come on, man.
Oh, sorry. But as we left off, there was a bit of a gathering between some unaffiliated kindred in a target that Dimitri and Eva had to remove from the chessboard in order to prove themselves to the movement that they had what it took to be part of the Anarchs. Dimitri and Eva both took that time and opportunity to go ahead and put some explosives places, and Claudius's poor friend did not see it coming, as he totally forgot that it happened, and thanks to Eva's entrancement, all made everything happen very easily, as the entire level of that building was just leveled because of some explosives that were set off. As Dimitri and Eva began to leave the scene and flee carefully, as multiple different kind of government bodies began to show up: fire department, police department, FBI, Homeland Security, as well as some very familiar looking Second Inquisition gear began to flood out of some of the FBI vans. But they were able to go ahead and avoid detection and head back to a rundown school that hasn't seen the light of day for quite some time. But you guys ran into a baron of the area called the Devil, where this horrible looking kindred that definitely had some Zemitzi work done to them welcomed them in with open arms into the Anarchs. After a few months of Yuri and Jane doing some work around the Boston Anarch area, they began to make a name for themselves, Eva especially, earning some status within the Anarchs. Before Jane and Yuri decided that he has died down enough, and the Devil were happy to make introductions to the Anarchs of Indianapolis. It's been quite a few months. But you guys are back. The City of Railroads, they call it. You guys see a lot of familiar locations as you are driving back across the border of Indiana and begin to set up in a familiar looking area. Not all the way downtown, obviously, within Cambria territory, but just right outside, where you guys know is Anarch territory based off your guys' knowledge of the Indianapolis area. Michael, it's been some time.
Yep.
It's been a long time since you've seen Carter, obviously, since the night that they were taken away. Dimitri and Eva met their final death.
Rest in peace, real ones.
What has Michael done with their winter vacation?
So, I guess this would be as good a time as any to get into it, right? Michael has spent a lot of time. Gotta sneeze 1 second.
I didn't know Kindred had to do that anymore.
I mean, it's a choice.
That's fair.
It really only when you're blushed up. Michael spent a lot of time getting some work done and kind of working on themselves. Michael's got a lot of tattoos now, but for a very specific reason. Having looked around and tried to find somebody, finding somebody with the right kind of knowledge and the right kind of know-how to put ink to skin and, get rid of that pesky Nessa problem once and for all. So now, Michael being out on their own, living life, they've had time to really stop and think and enjoy just kind of being eternal for a little bit. Pronouns have changed for Michael now, from he, him, now they, them. Kind of just exploring life, figuring it out. And they've taken on more of a parental role for a couple of the newer kindred that happened that fateful night when everybody showed up to the tower all, because somebody told them to. But yeah, showing up, kind of living off reputation, gathering information, doing what Michael does best, figuring out who's where, what's what, and why, and maybe throwing some intimidation around here and there.
Well, as one of the, few remaining Indy Cam excited to be here, tonight's a very big night. Or I guess I should say tomorrow, since we haven't done our rouse check for the evening. But tomorrow is a very big night. There's a party. Biggest party in Indianapolis. Elysium is tomorrow. And the announcement who the new prince of Indianapolis is going to be. It's been a very long, and especially the last couple of months, Michael, tensions have been high between Nessa and Caleb, as they've sort of now been throwing their weight around a little bit more, not actively trying to get people assassinated, but trying to do it in the quote-unquote political way. But both of them seem very excited for tomorrow.
Michael's just ready for new prince so shit can go back to a sense of normalcy.
I could only imagine.
It's been wild.
Wait, at what point was this chronicle ever normal?
No, that's kind of the point. Like, Michael's just ready for, like, you know what? If I'm doing this, if this is my life now, just fucking stop. Just somebody be in charge and just be cool for like a month, please.
Yeah, if there was one kindred who could have been cool, it could have been Prince. We would not have half our problems.
I'm just saying, the last prince wasn't terrible until he got hit by a car.
He
Allegedly.
wasn't not terrible. Poor choice in license plate.
Yeah, that's fair. And Warren, it's been a mystery whether or not Carter has made it through, based off some premonitions that the crowd at home may have seen. But what has Carter been up to for the last 7-8 months?
Carter has been catching up on his reading. That's the absolute truth. There's some other things that have happened too, but as far as Carter is concerned, the reading is by far the most important part.
Still in Indianapolis, or still in Indy, and I should ask.
Yes, I think Carter's been sort of like Michael was just saying. It's well, can't we just have some normal, right? It's just been so crazy. It's been one crisis after the next. So Carter thought he was going to die. Managed to figure a way out of that, and then didn't really have a plan from there. The Cam, who he's been dedicated to forever, just kind of left him out to dry. Nobody seems to have tried to come save him. So yeah, he's just been kind of just doing his own thing before popping up and surely being ordered to do some non-reading stuff that is less fun.
And speaking of less fun not reading things, the night before Elysium, you receive a knock at the door.
20 minutes into the session, and you're already interrupting my reading.
I didn't do it for like the last 6 months for them, okay?
It's me. Hey, girl, get in the car.
Do you answer the door, or does your friend answer the door?
Ooh.
Which friend?
That's your choice.
I bet.
Yeah, so Carter also invested in more reliable muscle than other kindred during the downtime.
Mm-hmm.
A ghoul that isn't perhaps Second Inquisition is super handy to have around. But no, Carter, I guess Carter will answer the door because he's been here for months and no one's ever showed up that's been a problem. So surely this knock at the door is just probably some thin blood something.
Yeah, and when you open the door, there's no one there. But you do see a letter that is taped to the front door.
I checked for pocket Nosferatu.
Please make that roll for me.
The tiniest homie living in the envelope.
Hanging out inside the letter.
In your pocket, actually.
Hey, you got a letter. You
Damn
should
it,
read
Bart. Sorry, it's been long enough. I don't remember the dice pool.
I think it's somewhat good for you.
It's not the best.
I think it's wits
but
plus
not the
aspects
worst.
for you.
It's resolve
Mm.
plus aspects if I'm trying to make it happen.
Perfect. Oh, it's so good to see you guys back on these characters. I'm gonna be real honest.
Honestly, it's good to be home.
It's good. It's good.
It is. Oh, we're just starting off super strong there.
We're back.
Yeah, whatever. It's fine.
Would you like to willpower that?
You know what? Fine. Twist my arm.
It's that easy, guys. Oh.
4. I'll take it.
Also, I don't know if you realize that you are direct rolling to me.
Well, now I'm not.
Okay. You do see, indeed, a Nosferatu individual off on the sidewalk running away. It is a familiar Nosferatu to you. It is Bart.
Is there anybody around besides Bart?
Just Bart, as you can see.
I will just yell, "Hey!" and then when he turns around, I'll do the Bart dance.
You see a very crooked smile come from Bart's misaligned jaw as he continues to run off. And you see he gets maybe another half a block down before a door opens up on a car and he hops in.
Well, that's terrifying. This was supposed to be a secret hideout. Now I have to burn it down.
As all great hideouts of this coterie is short-lived.
Absolutely.
Um,
Did I need to do a rouse check?
no.
Okay, cool.
What
does the letter say? Now that we know there's no Nosferatu inside the letter.
Of course. Before you open it, you do notice that there is not one but two wax seals on the back of this letter. A rose as well as a cane and a sword overlapping each other. The sign of the Toreador and the Ventru, both sealing this letter. As you open up the letter, the Nosferatu, you go ahead and you see a very well-written letter. Dearest Carter, please join us tomorrow at Elysium as we announce the new Prince of Indianapolis. Without you and your heroics that night, Indianapolis would be in a far worse space knowing that your two, and it has friends in parentheses, would be running the streets of Indianapolis.
Yeah, that would be terrible.
And then it gives you the address, which you've known, and it's the same address that every Elysium has been in since you guys have been inside of Indianapolis, as located at the Indianapolis Art Museum, starting at midnight.
And it's summer now, right?
It is. We are looking at the first week of August.
Gross.
It's a great week in Indianapolis.
It's going to be a party of a weekend.
Too damn humid. I'm just saying, it's too damn humid.
It does mean my hoodies are less practical than normal.
Allegedly.
I don't want to
Nobody likes an August hoodie.
No. Ew. Figure yourself out. You've had 6 months.
Aren't you wearing a hoodie in the desert like right now?
It's different. It's still springtime. I can justify it.
Anyway.
Mind your business.
We change scenes as we now see a car pull in to a very popular Anarch hangout. In fact, the two of you have been here before. We're talking about the Sideline Bar. As you return, you see tons of individuals, and it's definitely late after hours. And weirdly, this bar is closed, but you can see people inside. And on a temporary piece of paper on the front door, it says closed for business. Thanks, management. But instead of a regular seal or anything like that, you guys recognize the seal of the Anarch movement.
You cut out there, Bruce.
You see the seal of the Anarch movement.
Gotcha. Was there like a secret knock we were told?
Nope, just more or less walking on in.
Okay. I'll just stroll in now.
Music is blaring, some heavy rock music as you guys continue to walk up. And you begin to see, the different, even though they're anarchs, different clans sort of manifesting themselves in clique-like areas that are sort of grouped around this bar. But what you do see is a very out of place individual sort of standing, but he has the presence of just being extremely important. But he's wearing some cargo shorts, a zip-up hoodie, and very long hair that's sort of tied back a little bit. But you can definitely see that really no one here is blushed up. There's a couple of individuals, but they're not doing anything to sort of like hide their fangs, for that matter. But you definitely can see that whoever this person in the cargo shorts are is very, very important.
I'll just kind of make my way through the different cliques, introduce myself, kind of like get pumped about how excited I am. Yeah, bro, just got in from Boston, man. Ready to fuck some shit up.
And as Yuri does, being the excitement of destruction in its wake, you begin to see this individual sort of look at you, begin to make his way, and without raising a hand, without really doing anything, it almost like the crowd begins to part ways for this individual. So you are new individuals that will be joining us from Boston.
Bro, I'll give him a big hug.
Yes. Thank you. And what you see as he sort of moves his arms, the jacket sort of opens up a little bit. And you see a very bright silver crucifix. Similar to the ones that you had found in the past.
Gotcha.
Yes. Thank you. I believe it was Yuri and Jane, is that correct?
Yep. This it, man.
Perfect. She mentioned you guys would be joining us sometime within the next few days, depending on traffic. But it is very good for you two to be joining us this evening. And well, to be joining the movement, we have a lot of things to discuss, and I just want to congratulate you on your first R&R.
For me and Jane, it's not really what we like. We like to, we like to keep busy, if you know what I mean.
Perfect. Then I have just the thing for the both of you. It's very important. Please come with me towards the back room where we can sort of discuss it in private.
Like, on the way by, kind of slapping hands, giving like little hugs on the way, just random fucking people that don't even know.
But this individual does sort of extend his hand out to either one of you.
Oh yeah, I'll shake it.
Name's X, thank you. Baron X.
What is wrong
Yeah,
with you?
nice, man.
As you guys go to this back room, I need you guys both to go ahead and roll wits and intelligence.
Wits and intelligence.
Yes, please.
Okay.
DC on this 2.
I still stand very little chance.
Eva.
Come on. What would Carter do? Come on.
He'd read a book.
And
Cool.
Dimitri. You recognize a couple of boneheaded individuals that are in the back room playing sort of security for these two. A couple of Bruja.
Fairchild's child.
Exactly. It is indeed Fairfield's childer.
I'll like slap one of them on the chest and be like, "Don't let anybody in here."
And if it wasn't for the fact that their skin are already pale, the jaw drops upon seeing the two of you walk in.
Keep it cool, bro. I'll nut shot him.
He sort of winces back a little bit, looks towards X, and they take a very respectful 2 steps back. X has a very inquisitive look about him, but doesn't interact otherwise. So, we have, well, to be honest, your first job, you like to keep busy, as they say. And I don't like going to parties at all. So you're going to be our representative to go to Elysium tomorrow night. It is it is a place where we are able to walk in and out without any harm. I have confirmed with both of the princes to be that this is still to stay true. But that being said, we will be taking precautions and we will be having groups surrounding the tower, depending. That way you guys can have safety if required. And I do know that this is happening at the Art Museum, and we will have people around there as well. We have many Nosferatu from the Indianapolis area that will be ensuring your safety on your entry and exit.
Hey, are we just supposed to go hang out? Do you want us to start some shit?
No, they are kind enough to allow us to be here for as much as we don't want to be for the Indianapolis politics. But there's some wisdom in knowing who the next Prince of Indianapolis is going to be. And it's been a little bit quieter within the last 7-8 months. But within the last year, we've lost a lot of barons. So, safety in numbers and all of that.
I get it,
I
man.
guess that's why you don't like parties. You don't want to become the number.
Exactly.
Don't tell me you were at that thing. Like a year ago?
No, that's how I got the job.
Oh. Snap.
crackle and pop by what I hear from the story.
Yeah, man, that was messed up.
I can only imagine. But that being said, you will have a few others that will be coming with you, so it won't just be the two of you. And they've sort of been briefed on what their goals are, but again, we are there to be its guests, and that is all.
Is this like a masquerade party or anything?
You know, I can only imagine what a Malkavian can cook up, but I don't believe that they have the masquerade, as it were. There will be food that you will be fed if you would like to partake, but as far as I'm aware, it is black suit and tie.
And you want us to kind of respect the tradition? Or do you care how we dress?
As long as it's not too much of our side, I don't really care, but if you don't show up in a tie, I'm not going to be upset about it.
Good to know, bro.
As you can tell, and he sort of shows himself in his like khakis and so this is one of our main hangouts within the area. If you guys need a place to stay, we do have some emergency places. They're not comfortable, but they'll do the job.
Like, what's the situation right now in Indiana as far as, the anarchy, what's going on, man?
I knew what it was like, but with a new prince, everything changes tomorrow. The last 6 months have been quiet from the tower for the most part. They've been too busy fighting amongst themselves, trying to raise the yardstick, if you know what I'm saying.
So have you been growing numbers in the 6 months,
More of solidifying our areas. With so many barons going missing, there's been a lot of properties to grab, and a lot of new barons have moved into the area.
Are they like in line with the cause? Or is that something we need to look at, taking care of?
I believe they have a cause in mind. Whether or not it is the greater movement and freeing ourselves from the Camarilla, I don't know if that is 100% where they're looking at, but I know a few barons are still fresh and trying to get their feet under them.
Well, if you want to earn some points, so to speak, Jane and I are pretty good at, helping people get things in line. So if you need to hire us out to go into these territories, kind of help them, get what, buy you a little good-natured currency, and help make them a little stronger. You know what I'm saying?
That might be something we look down the line. And yes, she did mention that you guys both have some status on your effectiveness in Boston. And that we are extremely grateful for. But for now, all we need is this thing taken care of for tomorrow.
No problem.
All right. Enjoy the party out there, if you will. I have a couple of other barony things that I must take care of for the evening.
Just to make sure, the cross on his neck is SI, right?
It is, yeah.
Okay. I used to have one of those on my rearview mirror. I'll say, pointing at his necklace.
Good.
How's that situation?
As far as I can tell, they've been quiet for 9 months to a year.
Yeah, I'd heard they took care of problems. I just wasn't sure how much truth there was to it.
you know what they say about roaches. You stomp on them, but they're one of the 4 things that stay standing after the world ends.
Yep. Okay, well, we'll leave you to it. We're gonna hit the road. Maybe, get settled in. Kind of check out the territory. Kind of get to know the roads and stuff. You know how it goes.
Yes, tomorrow outside of the museum.
Is there like an invitation I need or something?
Thank you for reminding me. Yes, and he goes ahead and hands over a invitation onto it. Again, it is wax sealed shut, but it does have instead of like a name on the front of it, it just has the Anarch symbol on it. And you do see 2 wax seals, a Toreador emblem and a Venture emblem. It will be accompanied by a individual named Isaiah, who will be joining you tomorrow at Elysium.
And he's in the movement?
He is indeed.
Okay. It's good to know. I mean, go ahead.
It's like a guard.
If you
Or
need it.
just-
But it's someone to make sure that you guys feel a little bit more comfortable.
Okay.
All right. Good luck.
Wait, one last question.
Yes.
Sorry, not to keep you, but if they don't keep their word about keeping peace, are we allowed to?
Oh, tear them apart.
Okay, that's all I wanted to hear.
Please. What? No, you will be staked and you will have to think about what they did. No, absolutely not. Make them have a reason to find a new prince again for all I care. But again, only if they act first. And don't provoke them for them to act, please. That just is too much stuff that I don't need to handle.
It's understand, bro. We're not going to start trouble. She just wants to know if they start something, can we finish it?
I hope so.
Oh, they did. No question.
Very good. And he sort of hand waves you off.
As we walk out, I'm like, oh, fuck. That's what I'm saying the minute I get out of the building. We're backing down like 2 fucking minutes and we're going to the Lion's Den. For us, it's Masquerade Ball. Masks.
Masks. Yep.
You,
I
you
was
know
thinking
it.
that too.
Let's go to Party City.
Oh, there's got to be better stores than Party City. Come on.
Bro, the commercials, they always have everything.
All right. So you guys tonight are in the process of wanting to go ahead and find some masks to cover your face. Easy enough to do. Weirdly enough, there's plenty of stores where you can absolutely get a mask in that sort of capacity for, again, a masquerade party or anything like that. So that's not an issue. Is there anything else you guys would like to do before we fast forward to tomorrow, where we will go ahead and have everyone roll the first rouse check of chapter 5?
I'm good. They did want to. I think we forgot to do our remorse tests.
Ooh, yes, please, please,
Yeah,
please.
And you forgot to collect homework. Come on, man.
I'm down
George
for
Charles,
this
didn't you
little
say there's going to be a
shenanigans.
pop quiz when we walked in?
I know you guys failed the pop quiz except for Justin.
Woohoo!
This is
I studied.
bullshit. I tried. I was told you're not allowed to study.
Woo! Locked it.
Oh no. All right. So, Dimitri, as you think back, you don't feel bad, or no, you do feel bad about what happened with Claudius And
Pretty cool. I do. It's kinda
yeah,
fucked up.
it was sort of messed up.
That's
um,
not cool.
but your humanity stays the same. Eva, on the other hand, she sees this as simply, I think she put it best herself, as they were just a couple of stepping stones that she needed to cross to make sure that things got taken care of. And you did go ahead and lose a point of humanity. And I believe that puts you down to 6 now? 5 Oh,
5 human
Welcome to the
gang.
club.
I know another kindred that hangs out at 5 that does dubious things and says, "It's not my fault."
who is it?
Carter.
Oh, okay.
Carter. I'm blatantly talking open shit.
Okay. Sick. Indeed. It is the next night, everyone. If you have not had full willpower, please go ahead and refresh your willpower by your composure or resolve. And then, please, everyone, roll a rouse check as we get started with this beautiful night ahead of us in Elysium.
I quit rolling.
That's super good for me to hear. I'm super excited. There's some stealth checks
Every
that I'm
good
excited
session
for.
has started with Eva just rapidly rolling terribly.
Yes, just descending into madness, and then when the chips are down, that's when she'll rip someone's heart out and force feed it to them. Yeah.
Help's not coming.
Also, can we talk about in the intro, right before Eva's character is shown, there's a single person running into what looks like a closet, and I think of that scene every single time where Eva shows up afterwards and help's not coming. It was I saw it and
Cold-blooded.
So good.
it was very good. So it looks like Carter passed. Eva, unfortunately, is hunger 2. Dimitri also hunger 2. Isaiah also hunger 2. Michael also hunger 2. Holy crap, we have some hungry kindred tonight, except for Carter, who is, just hanging out, getting ready, having a good time.
Hanging out, talking to his girlfriend, doing his thing.
As you do.
What?
I need more details. No, you can't just drop that casually. I need details. Dish. Who is it? What's her name? Is it Hospital Girl? It's Hospital Girl, isn't it? Stop being quiet. It's Hospital Girl, isn't it?
Not Hospital Girl. That's
that
probably going
sounds
to be a
like-
complication.
That
It's
sounds
not
like
Hospital Girl.
That sounds like a weird way to say, yeah, Ian, it's Hospital Girl.
It's definitely not Hospital Girl.
Speaking of, they are also invited. Do you bring them as well?
Was anybody actively trying to kill him now?
No? Not that you're aware of. I mean, you weren't.
Does she want to go?
Um,
I'm not going to twist her. I don't want to go. I have to go.
legally, you have to go.
I am required. It's my contract.
Hold on, I'm going to GM roll something right quick here. She, with a very big smile on her face, says, sure.
I thought she was smarter than that.
Well,
Okay, it's a date to the Elysium. This is going to go great.
what is the worst that could happen?
Let's nobody answer that.
Okay. I was
have
I was looking for
I'm down
ideas,
to
so I'm
DM you
really
about it.
sad that no one said anything.
I mean, I do have a couple like newborns that could be interested.
I mean, they're also going to be going. It's fine.
Yeah, fair.
As this evening goes, you guys all wake up. It is August 1st, 2024. What would you guys like to do in preparation for Elysium? More importantly, I think the real question, maybe this is the inner Toreador coming out of me. What is everyone wearing to Elysium? That's what I need to know.
Come back to me. I'm still figuring that out.
It's fair. You have until the end of everyone to get it.
Red satin suit,
Ooh.
red alligator shoes,
Mm.
black silk shirt, devil mask.
It's gonna be very awkward when you match someone. Is all I'm saying.
Like, hey, you stole my look.
I'm gonna say Carter has discovered style in the way that only somebody who wants him to look good in public possibly could have.
Oh, he really
He's
does
being
have a
dressed at this
girlfriend.
Oh my God, Carter took your place with Nessa.
Oh my god.
Wow, that would be terrible.
I'm so sorry, and I can help you. I know a guy.
No,
No,
in fact, there's
I'm
no.
good.
Never mind. We won't go that way. What's Eva wearing to Elysium?
Eva would probably be wearing a black suit with just like a white fancy shirt underneath and some
However.
heels. And her mask is gonna be white.
Ooh.
Just covering her eyes.
Okay.
So, question: is it a mask thing or not?
It is not. It is suit and tie.
Okay, just making sure while I put together my ensemble.
For the cam, it is very much
Ooh.
suit and tie. What's Isaiah going to be wearing?
Yeah, when we see him, Isaiah is going to be wearing black slacks, black shoes with softer soles so that he doesn't have the click, click, click as he's walking around,
Of course.
and a like rich purple button-down shirt underneath a black suit coat, and everything on him is going to look like it was dry cleaned earlier today.
Absolutely love
Which dry
that.
cleaner did you steal that from?
Yes.
Are you assuming I stole it?
Dang.
Because I'm missing some dry cleaning. No. All right. So Michael
Mhm.
will be dressing the same or similarly enough to the two other kindred that they've been hanging out with.
Okay.
All three of them in like soft pink suits with white shirts, no tie, like kind of collar kind of open a little bit, and like white alligator shoes. But Michael has the extra flair of a gold chain.
Of course. Of course.
And
Does
probably some rad sunglasses, like some cool like Wayfarer Ray-Bans.
you would wear sunglasses that night?
Oh, are you kidding me? Hell yes.
Did
Cool as hell.
Michael gain a haven, or are they still at the safe havens underneath of Indianapolis?
So we have gone box truck Mark II.
I like it.
It's no longer a U-Haul. Now it is a like a moving van, like a big ass one.
Hmm.
That the sides have been power washed clean, so it's just white on both sides.
I love it.
And it has a nice interior. It's livable.
Mm.
Michael tried living in the Temp Havens underground, but tiny house living is Michael's style.
That's very much fair. Got to move those legs sometimes before
And
combustion.
sometimes I literally don't want to combust from something that not many people get.
Right. Weirdly enough, people don't understand. You could just explode. As the night goes on, you guys all begin to show up to Elysium. And I will ask the famous question before we go into any wonderful scene. Are there any powers you would like to activate before entering said scene? And as a reminder to everyone at home that's listening, if you don't keep up on the Elysium rules of Indy by Night, powers, that's a no-go. It's safety for everyone involved, no matter what side you're on. And it is definitely kept up by the Camarilla. If the Camarilla starts stuff, it's not great for you as a Cami. And as also same goes for the Anarchs. If Anarchs start stuff, it's not great for the Anarchs because the Camarilla will rain down hellfire. And for the most part, that's really about it. Just don't break stuff. Don't cause a masquerade breach. Stuff of that nature.
One thing I would have made sure that I found someone who had phlegmatic resonance before going.
Understood. I'm assuming are you wanting enough to feed off of, actually?
Yes, I would feed on them beforehand, just because I need that flowing in my veins.
Please go ahead and make a hunt roll for me. Is there anyone else that would like to enjoy a hunt this evening before going to Elysium?
Yeah, I think Isaiah'd like to grab a snack.
Everyone, please go ahead and make your hunt roll. DC, I'm so sorry. We're back in Indy, but the DCs are still tough. DC is going to be 3 for everyone here.
Would I be able to catch
It's
a
gonna
meal
be
at?
6.
Would I be able to catch a meal at the tower?
Yeah, you could go down to the bar and have a good snack.
Yeah, I'm gonna head down there and grab up a couple bags. Actually, probably just one, even just taking me back to one.
You know, weirdly enough, even with your status, they had an incident about 7 or 8 months ago where a bunch of their blood bags went missing. And so they don't allow beverages to leave the bar. So you can have a moment and sit and have a shot of blood if you need to just shoot and go. But there is someone there that sort of stops. It has this big smile on her face.
Who I think it is?
Nessa walks across the bar.
What I
Michael?
Oh, Michael.
Hello?
I'm assuming you're getting ready to go to Elysium.
Yep, my cohorts should be along shortly, and then we're making our way.
Oh, and you didn't want to go with me.
Now you understand. It's a bit awkward still.
That's fair.
It's not you. It's you. I was gonna try to. It's not you. It's me out of this, but
Michael, you've rang that line before, and it's not a good look for you.
it was a joke. Come on.
And she does sort of give you just a small tap on the cheek and then sort of walks past. And as Nessa does, very much wearing a Victorian, bright pink dress that looks like has been very, very carefully taken care of, but you can definitely tell it is very much within that timeline that she likes to thrive in. And she pulls it off very well.
I assume she would. I'm gonna double check the color and like audibly sigh. Just like, one of us is gonna have to change, right?
It's not Prince to be.
Whatever.
And she
Good feelings about tonight? You are we gonna see the rose up and about? Or
Michael, a lady doesn't kiss and tell. You can find out like the rest of us.
that seems like you're telling stories. I have it on good authority that sometimes you do.
She sort of gives a wink and you're right. And she turns around and continues to leave.
Just like, whatever, man. Like,
obviously, no absolute bond feeling whatsoever. And she understands and recognizes that their bond has absolutely been severed. But something to know about Nessa is that after the bond was severed, it wasn't like she's super, she wasn't mad about the separation.
okay. I assume we also had a conversation about it.
Yeah, definitely. As much as because like you still are a member of the Camarilla, and she was just understands, and she said that she thoroughly enjoyed the companionship while it lasted. But over time, it's sort of been like one of those like flirty like friendships that just go back and forth. But nothing. You can definitely tell there's a professionalism to her, where she's sort of been like keeping her distance, but just sort of joking around.
I'm about that. And, you know, it doesn't hurt to, like, keep the potential future boss somewhat interested in you just in case.
Exactly. You never know whose future looks very bright on the other side.
This is how you got yourself into trouble before.
It's not happening again, baby.
It's so cute that you think that she doesn't have other tricks.
Oh, I know. I prevented one trick because I will not be get hit by that same trick again.
Don't call her that.
Other tricks, it happens.
All right. Let's see here. Looking at the hunt rolls here. 1,000,000 rolls. You're a winner. Okay, so
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're
I'd,
good.
I'd rolled the wrong pool.
Oh, you're good. You're fine. Dimitri, you're very, very good with 6. You're able. Question: are you going to 0?
That person's they're dumpster fodder.
Okay. And maybe that's what sort of triggers your remorse that you have, because you used to know a person that could take care of this trick.
Really would be cool if you had somebody that could just take care of that.
Oh man, kick a can across the alleyway.
Eva, you have succeeded as well. How far would you like to reduce that hunger down to?
I'm just gonna drop it to 1.
The monster has not taken over quite yet. Big fan. Excuse me, so sorry. Isaiah, same thing goes with you. You have successfully hunted. Would you like to go to 0, or would you like just to go down to 1?
1, please.
You see, why can't you guys be like Isaiah over here? Say please. That's why we keep him around.
Way past
It's
that.
been too long, Bruce. We have achieved no please.
How much have you destroyed our lives?
To be fair, how much have you destroyed it yourselves?
That's not the point.
It's the setup.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's not pertinent at the moment.
I think, holy crap, Carter, you would absolutely increase your blood potency. Would you like to reroll to see if you crit, to see if the blood potency lasts all night?
I thought about it, but why not?
I like it.
Watch as the devil cons the man into spending his valuable willpower.
Allegedly. Okay, no critical, but holy cow amount of successes. So yes, you absolutely increase your blood potency by 1.
By 1, yep,
And that puts you at a total of 3 now, if that is...
it does. Because unlike some people, when I lose humanity, I get something for it. Tasty kindred snack.
Yikes. Ian, you're muted.
I'm just chatting shit over here and I'm muted. The moment's passed.
Okay. Sick.
Yeah.
Good. R.I.P. As you guys all arrive, your separate modes of transportation. Any powers?
Rented a Lamborghini,
Of course.
red.
Of course. Any active powers you would like to use besides including increasing your blood potency?
I would like to activate awe.
Ooh. Ah.
Can I use awe and daunt at the same time?
No. You cannot
This
be
new power
extremely
is-
attractive and also terrifying. I mean, you could be Nessa, I guess, but
I can't be like terrifyingly hot.
yeah, that's true. No, because that's I mean, all it has your charismatic does not mean your attractiveness. That's a different quality.
Yeah, but yeah, we'll kick awe on.
So I think more than wanting to have a discipline active when going into Elysium, I want to go around and check on my homework first.
Mm,
And I think it would be helpful to have Unseen Passage active while I'm doing that.
okay, please go ahead and roll a rouse check for unseen passes as you go and check on that homework you had. Oh, beautiful. As you are checking it up, first thing to note, none of them have been tampered with. Everything is exactly as you left it, including the leaves you had placed on some of it to make sure that the cameras couldn't necessarily see a lot that was going on.
Mhm.
And you begin to definitely see a lot of the couple of familiar faces like you saw yesterday have returned and are already inside. But there's a lot of security around that are just sort of walking around patrolling on foot. Most of them armed with a handgun on their hip. Very open about it, not even hiding it in the slightest. Trying to think of anything else. But you can definitely see that there's an outdoor portion of this museum as well that has sort of outdoor exhibits. Even that is sort of lit up along the way as well. So you believe that through this, that it may start at one spot and end at the other, or there may just be a couple of different venues available depending on what your preference is.
Okay, so near one of the places where I'd hid the things, I'd like to just leave my backpack with the wrench and the computer in it.
Yeah, absolutely. Not a problem at all. And then, would you like to deactivate that while you then approach?
I assume that I know that I'm meeting these folks. Right?
You do know that there are going to be two individuals that are going to be meeting you. They have a rough description of what they were wearing yesterday. But it's an individual named Yuri and Jane. They're going to be two individuals you were told to be meeting.
So my preference would be to try to link up with them before dropping my Unseen Passage and heading in.
Okay. Go ahead and make a wits and awareness for me, please, real quick. A DC 2 on that one for you there, Isaiah. First to arrive, Michael. You walk through, and you do see a couple of people, familiar faces that you've seen repetitively over. We're talking Jordan, Augustin, Nessa, Caleb, Sheldon, Bart, Alice.
Gang's all here.
Yes, very much so. You do see a person you haven't seen in quite some time, but a very well-dressed, very large, almost looks like he's just a too large of an upper body. But you know him to be introduced himself as Mr. Giovanni.
That guy.
Yes.
Know him in passing.
You see Jonathan Fairfield and his childer.
That fucking guy.
And
I'm gonna shoot them a smile and like a little bit of a wink.
they smile back. And then immediately like just give the biggest like shit-eating grin as they like mock, like the childer begin to like mock run away.
So just like I'm gonna go find the bar, keeping eye contact that way, kind of lean back against it, and just
And this is all again before entering inside of Elysium. These are people you can see walking up after
yeah.
they've exited their vehicle.
Then like when I get to the door, kind of spin around, just there you go, bud.
This,
Because I'm being a turd outside of Elysium.
you do recognize a few other anarchs that are here tonight. You see Baron Brink and his crew of individuals with Jonah and Asher and Meg. Oh, not Meg, excuse me. Just Jonah and Asher. You do see a familiar Malkavian that you worked with a little bit named Meg, who's sort of standing next to, talking to Sheldon currently, as he's reading and introducing people. And Sheldon is still the keeper of Elysium. The person who threw all of the wonderful Elysiums over the last couple of years. You do see Baron Temple and his coterie as well.
All right.
And you do see a familiar face, one you haven't seen in a long time. Arms linked. As you see Carter linked arms with someone.
I'm gonna look to. I'm assuming that my boys are with me at this point.
Yes, they are.
All right. That as we're walking up and I see that, I'm gonna go, hey, all right, Kyle, Dominic, give me some space for a second, guys.
Can we just meet you inside?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll find you. I'm just saying. I'm like, give me a minute.
You got it, boss. Well, they go ahead and
All
head inside.
Hey, be nice to people.
No.
All right, just don't get me killed.
Okay.
I'll kind of wander towards like Carter's direction. Hesitant, because like I haven't seen him in a while, and the last time I saw him was a shitty situation. So,
yeah.
maybe he probably won't even recognize me if I'm being honest. Big gauges, like short pink mohawk now.
Covered in tats. I might not recognize you.
Yeah.
No, Carter, you don't recognize them at all.
Yeah. Then I'll go up and just like reintroduce myself.
Okay. Outside of Elysium, this kindred walks up to you.
Hey, I'm not sure if you are the person I'm thinking you are, if you remember me.
I'm assuming I recognize the voice at this
Voice absolutely kicks off.
But if you're the guy I'm thinking of, God, it's good to see you.
You too. What's with what's this completely new look? I like it.
Yeah, new look, new me. I kind of open up the collar of my shirt just a little bit, and you can see even more of the tattoos that kind of come up the neck. Like, I got rid of my my affliction, so I can finally figuring out what it means to be Michael. So,
Well, that's wonderful. I don't think you've met Ashley.
I have not. Hello. I'm kind of like looking between the two, like right on. Hi. I'm Michael. How's it going?
She extends her hand out to you. It's like to shake, not to.
Oh, I'll shake it.
It is warm. You can feel the heartbeat.
I'm gonna shoot a look at Carter. Like shaking hands, and just the one inquisitive eyebrow goes up.
Is the eyebrow also hot pink?
No. Like facial hair is all still intact, just pink mohawk, like small one, like Chuck Liddell's small mohawk.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, great to meet you. Should be a good night. Y'all ready?
No, but let's see how it goes anyway.
I've never been before.
Oh, it's a great time.
Yeah, James was
thank
kind enough to invite me.
I forget that you have a first name. Oh my god.
Wait, what do you
Good Lord.
what do you mean?
Uh,
Everyone has a first name.
yeah, but I was introduced to him as Carter, and that's the name that I've known as such.
Oh,
So it's just one of those things. So I've got a couple people waiting for me inside. It
Mm.
was absolutely beautiful to meet you, Ashley, right?
yes.
Fantastic. Great to meet you. I'm sure we'll run back into each other again. Jimmy, great to see you. I've missed
You
Definitely
see,
not.
you see Ashley at like very fit, like noticeably cringe.
And then I'll kind of walk by, pat you on the shoulder a little bit, and head on into Elysium to meet back up with ones Kyle and Dominic, who again are in similar suits to me. We're very close to matching. It's important.
Ashley will just look over to you, Carter. Which one was that?
It's Michael. It's not a moving van.
Oh, right. But like, now I have an out of character question. How much of your coterie have you shared with her?
Ooh.
I mean, the secrets of the Grove must be kept, right? So, very little, right? Only the things that are obvious and well known about us that there would be no point in me trying to hide.
Your final moments with Michael, was that one of the things you kept close to you?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, the less times I have to tell that story, the very much better it is for all of us.
Okay. And she sort of just pulls you a little bit closer. Yeah. Let's get going, shall we? And she sort of like taps your arm.
Absolutely.
As the two of you head in, a few moments later, Jane and Yuri arrive in your very stylish car. And Dimitri, there's someone here that wears something very, very similar to what you're wearing. Dark red suit, crimson, wearing a black undershirt with a crimson tie. But you recognize him as Derek, who sort of was helping your family side of the business before things went sideways.
Yeah. I won't even acknowledge, that I even see somebody who looks like me.
Yeah.
It's important for that.
Of course, as you are. You definitely see them arrive, matching the sort of brief description of what was given to you by Baron X.
Okay, so I'd like to walk up and just sort of fall into step alongside. No hello, no introductions, just
Still within, or just out of power.
yep.
As the two of you are making your way and sort of keeping an eye out for the third individual that was supposed to be meeting you, out of nowhere, begins to appear and stays in step with you guys as this other individual is right there.
And a turn and give him a kind of once over and reach inside my jacket pocket and pull out like a Lone Ranger style mask and hand it to it.
Hannah, can you check the connections on your mic real quick? It sounds a little bit crackly.
But yeah, the things that aren't obvious with the art here are Isaiah looks sort of like he was in a motorcycle accident or maybe in a fight with a cat. He's got serious like road rash on his face and visible underneath the sleeves of his suit. And if he ever moves enough to cause the sleeves of his suit to come up, are lots of very fine scratches that look like they're somewhere between bleeding and oozing. They're still in. They still look like they're in that very early phase of healing. And he takes the mask and looks at it and goes, "Not that bad, right?"
I just
Oh.
kind of tap my own.
Oh, bud.
Oh, Nosferatus.
Oh.
Oh, I see. We're going for like a theme thing. All right, yeah, sure.
Give him a
Put
thumbs
on
up.
the mask.
As yes, Carter.
I just love that. I love that your description was he's either been in a motorcycle accident or gotten into a fight with a cat.
It's hard to tell. Sometimes they're very close.
Yeah,
That's a very,
very
very
similar.
small motorcycle accident or very big.
It's multiple distinct kinds of wounds, is what I'm trying to convey. Is
Gotcha.
Up here, it looks like motorcycle accident. Down here, it looks like cat.
Gotcha.
Or
So
there
you
was a
were
cat
riding
riding
a motorcycle with your cat, and you got in a wreck.
That's what caused the accident. The cat attacked
Yes,
him.
exactly.
That's how
The cat
Michael got the
regrettably did not
formulus.
That's what I'm familiar with.
It's still doing it.
Yes, it is. Who's switching the headphones or the microphone? As you guys get closer and closer, you do recognize Sheldon as the Keeper of Elysium, sort of greeting everyone as he has done in the past. And this is very different for Eva and Dimitri, as you've been to Elysium before and been honored guests at Elysium, and I guess technically you're still an honored guest, but I actually need both of you guys to go ahead and roll. I think we want to go ahead and go with a... I will allow either charisma or plus composure, or a terror frenzy check. Your choice.
What's the dice pool for a terror frenzy check? Out of curiosity.
Let me pull that up real quick here. I think it's just a frenzy test, and then it's just the type of frenzy that it is, but I will double check real quick for you. Rolls willpower against the difficulty set by the storyteller. Adds 1/3 of your dice pool of your, or 1/3 of your humanity to the willpower pool.
Okay, well, I mean that's kind of a better roll.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, this is an absolute like terrifying place for the two of you to be.
Oh yeah, I'm shitting pants right now.
Should have worn
Oh, cool. 4.
the brown pants. Yeah, yes, with
I'm rolling it too.
yeah, yes, please.
Whew. I think I got a critical success.
Ooh, that's that good stuff we like to see for you. Also with 4, the two of you calm and collective as you guys walk up to Sheldon.
I'll just kind of reach inside my other coat pocket and pull out the invitation and pass it to him.
He goes ahead and tears the seals and pulls it open. Right. If you wouldn't mind, but this for everyone's safety, we're asking that there are no masks be involved. Again, this is a safe place for everyone to be, and if not, then I will make sure that it is taken care of purposely and done on my own behalf.
Did it state that in the dress code?
Yes, it was exclusively just a suit and tie sort of situation.
So if I didn't wear a suit and tie, I couldn't go in there.
Correct. But since you are just wearing a simple mask that can be removed, it should be not a problem, right?
Am I seeing any other Nosferatu in the area?
Not visibly noticeable. Like if they are, they're probably like Massive Thousand facing or something of that nature, but nothing absolutely in the vicinity.
Okay. So I guess I'll just give the keeper a smile and say, "Me too," or seemed polite.
We hear, and you can tell he's definitely trying to like keep his composure, at welcoming to all walks of life, no matter which clan you were reborn into. There are plenty of your clansmen inside as well, who are in their beautiful form as they are. So it's would be appreciated nonetheless. If they aren't, then we don't want to show any sort of favoritism.
I'll lean in real close and go, "Isn't that wearing a mask?"
No, because they're not wearing masks. Like they're in this.
Yeah, no, he was trying to be polite about the situation. Yeah, I think he just means that we look like how we would look when we wake up. That's it.
Yeah. And again, you've seen Sheldon multiple times. He's very soft spoken, so the fact he's like trying to put it, it's not all there.
So, but there are Nosferatu who are currently using their skills to look more...
Outside of the Elysium,
Oh,
yes.
outside, I get it.
Not inside is what they were saying.
Okay. I'll look at turn and look at Jane.
I would look at you and be like, not a problem. And I'll just rip it off.
I'll take
And with
mine
like a
off.
smile.
Yeah, me too.
Am I in the room when this
And
happens?
I'll give
Roll a wits and
him a
awareness.
purple nurple.
I need to make a terrorist frenzy check real quick.
I fucking love it.
One moment, please.
Just throwing that wits and awareness out there for prosperity's sake.
Michael and Carter, you guys are just inside. It's mostly where most people are sort of gathered currently before being ushered into the actual reception portion of it. And both of you very clearly see these two, and it's very much very aware of like they look very out of place with this situation. With we have obviously you have Yuri in his very very bright red suit, also wearing a devil's mask. You see these three individuals wearing devil's mask, and then they move said mask, and both of you guys see Dimitri and Eva standing before you, as you also see Sheldon begin to sweat blood.
What? Shit.
I'm a little.
I mean, look, sorry, you did ask.
No, you're fine. And it's weird. Maybe for the first time in a while, Isaiah, he is focusing directly on you. You have 100% his attention.
I think for all that Isaiah put a bold face on it, he's squirming, having somebody staring at him. He's like, yeah, all right, but like, can we go?
Yeah. Dimitri, Eva, please.
I'll kind of
Yep,
pat him on
say
the head as I
please.
walk by.
And from the dead, Carter, Michael, it's been close to a year, not close to a year, about 9 to 10 months since you've seen, heard, you've played it over time and time again. The fact your two coterie mates were given the final death, and that it was confirmed. Yet here they walk into Elysium.
I look at Michael and I'm mouthing sidebar. Sidebar.
Yeah. I kind of like Michael kind of stops mid sentence with, I don't know the right word for these guys. Like, they're kids? Like, I don't know. Michael's been the one like showing them how to be a kindred. But like stops mid sentence, just goes, I have to do a thing. Be good.
Need us to lay down some of those anti-charging
no.
problems already?
No. This isn't. This is.
Trouble you want.
I think I saw a ghost. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Then I'll go meet up with Carter. The whole while, go like looking at Carter, going,
So can I pick up that everyone's giving these two very weird looks?
Make wits plus insight. DC 2. As now, the entire room is beginning to slowly look as, again, very flashy removal of the mask, and you have the Keeper of Elysium sweating blood, and a lot of people begin to notice. Isaiah can't seem to notice it, really. It's hard to read a room. Exactly. Carter, Ashley sees the interaction between you and Michael. Do you need me to step away for a bit, or are you okay?
No. Yeah, you're fine. You could definitely stay.
Also,
that's fine.
Is that even Dimitri?
Yeah, I think so.
Hey, now it's a party.
Right at this time, Michael, you arrive next to Carter.
We should just leave.
I'm not gonna lie, I think I blue screened a little bit. Did I see what I just saw?
Yeah. Well, people changed faces before, right? Like this, they're gone, right? This is like a sick. This is a sick prank, right?
I'm gonna ask you to tell me it's a sick prank, so I can go talk to Shelly over there and be like, "Hey, my guy, I'm gonna rip somebody in half with permission."
Yeah, no, I think it must be a sick prank, right? They
It's gotta be.
were
They died.
Bart confirmed that they were dead.
I specifically remember being told they were dead.
Yeah, last I saw them, I staked them
Like, as goofy
and
as that
left them in the
sounds,
yard.
I appreciate. We haven't talked about it, I don't think, but I appreciate what you tried to do with trying to make it easier for me. But god damn, this would be real nice to know what happened.
Yeah, I'm sure it would.
Oh man, that's not any shade at you, by the way.
No, it's fine. We can talk about that later.
Wait, how did they die? As Ashley sort of chimes in.
I'm so sorry.
Well, apparently they
Oh my
didn't. So
God.
maybe it's not an issue.
How bad of a look is it if I go over and say something?
I mean,
If I go and politely,
they
yet
are
firmly-
blood hunted by everybody, and they
Right.
just ripped off their. It is Dimitri. Only Dimitri would be that dumb.
Holy shit, you're right. Oh god, this place is gonna explode.
Yeah. No. Yep. This is the apocalypse.
Oh my god, Ashley, it was great to meet you. I'm so sorry that it's gonna end in a fireball.
Why?
Oh,
Why?
reputation. I'm gonna point at Dimitri and be like, that guy's reputation.
Hey, what you doing? Hey, good to see you. It's been a while, man. We gotta get a drink.
I assume Isaiah's picking up on the fact that everybody knows these two.
As of
No, I think he's like, Yuri, I feel like everyone's giving me pretty weird looks. Should I get away?
That's cool, man.
All right,
Stay with us.
But like those two particularly have been staring at us for like, no.
Which two?
and
Point at Michael and Carter.
and for again the first time in almost 9 months, 10 months, even Dimitri, it's the first time since you got staked that you see Carter and Michael.
Kind of all the bravado sort of drains out of Dimitri as he kind of sees those two standing together. Little blood tear. He just goes charging right at Michael and picks him up in a big old bear hug. Bro!
Oh my
Shaking him all around.
Whoa, And Michael is frantically looking around the room.
And I set him down and I grab Carter. Bro!
What's an awareness, Michael?
Oh my god.
DC 2.
We're about to die.
It's been so long.
Why are you here?
We're on a
Why
mission.
not?
But oh my god.
Yeah, here.
Hey, I don't. I have a lot of questions and a lot of feelings that probably aren't the greatest for right here and right now.
Michael, you notice every single member of the cam is staring at Dimitri and Eva, and probably about at least 70% of them, you see they're on like aggressive stance.
I'm gonna put my hand like on Dimitri's chest and like kind of one back towards like in the general direction of wherever the biggest group is,
Mhm.
as like give me a minute, like chill for a second. I'm hoping that my status 3 will do something about that.
Good for you, status 3.
Good for you.
Kissing so much ass I can't.
I've been doing a lot of good things. I have kids now.
Carter,
Bro, no way!
has yours also increased?
It did. I don't think it increased because it was 3 before. Because I was
Okay.
climbing on up. At one point, I was considering like going for the full 5, but
Right.
then somebody had to breach the masquerade.
Allegedly.
There's nothing alleged about it. We got about 40 different cell phone videos.
Allegedly.
Holy shit! How are we getting out of this? That's like lowly, like quietly whispered to Michael, like we've got to. Figure
You
this
see
out right now."
2 members take a few steps forward, Michael, as you throw your hand in the air. As Caleb, Nessa, and Augustin all take 2 steps forward. But they stop and wait. But now, even Isaiah, you recognize everyone in this room is looking at this interaction between these four kindred.
I cannot tell either of you, and this is real quiet, right? Trying to be just as as coterie as possible on this. I cannot tell you guys how much I fucking miss you. But you understand the situation that we're in, right?
It's Elysium. We're here to party.
I get that.
Dude, we're only alive because you were dead.
100,
Who said we were dead?
a lot of people. I'm all right. You know what? And my voice kind of picks up a little bit.
Okay.
I mourned you.
Well, I'm sorry,
Le-
bro.
legitimately.
It was like for your safety. I didn't reach out.
No, I don't. And it comes back down. I don't remember that night.
Yeah,
You
man.
were-
He staked us like he said, and then, fortunately there was something that happened.
A few moments later, Micah, you feel someone's hand press on the middle of your back.
Is it a familiar hand?
It is.
All right.
As Eva and Dimitri, you can now see quietly, patiently, you see Nessa's sort of hands press against Michael's back.
What? We can't have a conversation, Nessa?
Oh, no, you absolutely can. This is a free space for anyone. I was just making sure that a member of our family wasn't being harassed by the dead.
I appreciate the.
I love this dude. I'm not gonna hurt him.
Actually, quick point of order. In the whole current new me, I'm exploring some options and I'm seeing what it's like to go with they or them.
Oh, sorry, bro.
Oh no, we just met each other again, so you had no idea.
I love them. Yes.
There you
I
go.
love them. They're
You got it already. This guy's a rock star. Then I look at Nessa real quick that I'm supposed to hate, and then I look at Dimitri like I don't know what to say.
Death
Oh,
goes in
A
a
lot has happened. This is your night. I don't want this to be about me. I don't want this to be about her. It's a night for this, right? So let's go do the thing we're here to do, and everybody party, have a good time. I'm not here to cause trouble.
Do I see Bart anywhere, and how fast is he running away?
Which way would you like, or how would you like to look for Bart?
That's a great question.
I'm not allowed to use powers.
I mean, you're already
In the
currently
Elysium.
actively using one.
No, I'm not. I'm always blood potency 3. They don't know.
I'm always this handsome. They don't know anything about me.
Well, I'm not always this handsome, but I'm always this powerful.
So what
I wish I was reading a book. I was reading a book. I was safe at home reading a book. So just naturally looking around, do I see?
What did you get on the wits and awareness? You got 3.
3.
Yeah, you absolutely saw Bart begin to back into the crowd, and you actually saw him disappear.
That man's gone.
There's one convenient fact about that. Hey, Bart, here comes the school bus.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we were legitimately told that they were dead. Bart confirmed. Our hands are clean at this point. Just be fucking cool.
We're in so much trouble. This is not going to go well.
Like I said, I'm not here to cause trouble. I'm here representing my Baron, so...
The Baron that you blew up?
No, this is X. He's the new one.
One more time for Big Fudge.
X? Like
Don't give
XX?
X gonna give it to you,
Yes.
man. We've heard it.
Is there like more than one X?
I don't know.
Is it like a
Use
double X
Twitter.
or a triple X, which would be kind of freaky if you ask me?
gonna look at Nessa and just like, there's. I'm sure that we can have a meeting about this.
Oh, we will.
Absolutely. But I think rules are rules at Elysium, right? Everybody's cool.
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
I did like judge intentions on that.
Sure.
Different game, I know, but
What's an insight, friend?
How the hell did I build Michael with no insight? What the fuck happened?
Just because you're good at line doesn't mean you're good at seeing through lies.
Axe.
For as much as I can't trust Nessa, I
nice.
can absolutely trust her.
All right. Carter, you're able to tell that yes, she is. There are rules that they are abiding by because they are Elysium. There is going to be a conversation, and you have a very good understanding of what that conversation is probably going to entail.
some version of you're dead.
If she has the power to.
Like, I can't.
It's not my fault. Park confirmed it.
And she goes ahead, and you feel that, and it's not an intimidating or pressure on your back, Michael, but it is
like-
an actual
it's like
caring. It's like an actual just a gentle place. Like, hey, I'm here if you need, like that. You have the support. Dimitri and Eva, it absolutely looks like you. Some things just never change with Michael, is all I'm saying.
That I can explain.
Vanessa.
We just found each other again, man. I can
Such a
explain it.
flip flopper.
I can fucking explain it.
And she just sort of gives a wink and a smile as she excuses herself. But that being said, the rest of the old Primogen of Indianapolis step back into the crowd as you can see Sheldon sort of taking a handkerchief and wiping the blood away real quick as he stucks into his jacket pocket. If you guys would please follow me to the gallery, we'll continue with the important event of this evening.
I'm gonna, after Nessa leaves, I'm gonna look over to my boys and call them over.
Okay.
Also, I'm gonna kind of look around. Is Isaiah in this group? I'm assuming Isaiah's in the group, like in this
Yeah,
little
just
pot of
hanging
people.
around.
All right, I'm gonna reach across. Hey, how's it going? I'm Michael.
Yeah, Isaiah. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Isaiah. Weird first impression, huh?
Yeah, but I get that a lot.
Yeah, my bad. Damn. Holy shit. Well,
Rude, bro.
it wasn't supposed to. This is a heavy situation.
Hey, so like you all kind of know each other, right?
You could
Are
say.
we-
Yeah, you
relatively
could say this.
secluded?
Yes. Yeah, we go back.
Yeah, I mean, there is absolutely no part of this conversation that is going to be not watched. You guys are definitely being observed. But definitely have secluded enough where you guys are be able to speak quietly, but anyone who's like very aware and has like the ability to like read lips or something like this, or has like heightened senses they might be using, it's definitely not in the possibility that this is going to be a private conversation.
My kingdom for the ability to make everybody disappear with me.
Mm-hmm.
Do I know how long after the formal event ends before they are legally able to be blood hunted?
During the event, they can be blood hunted, but they cannot. They have to be away from the location. It's not necessarily a time thing, but a location thing. Like no matter what, like this is Elysium. Even outside of the Elysium party, this is Elysium. So you have
So
to
we
be
could just live here forever and we're safe.
exactly.
But if we take one step outside this building, not safe.
No, it's definitely got some distance to it. We're probably talking like half a mile before the target is the blood hunt is on, as it were.
I could build a life here. It's a museum.
Plenty of books.
Lots of great art.
Exactly.
So we should talk definitely before you go. Probably a lot sooner. Yeah, Yuri and Eva. Just saying, like, don't run away real fast.
Yuri?
Oh yeah. Real quick, Isaiah, you know them as Yuri and Jane. But
Yuri and
Jane.
Jane.
But yeah.
Yeah, bro, that's me now.
But I'm sure you've heard people call them Dimitri and Eva multiple times now.
Yeah. No, that definitely there's masks for a reason.
I got a lot of big feelings.
I get it.
I've missed the shit out of both of you. Holy fuck. You're muted.
Yeah, I realized that. I was gonna say it's probably because you only had Carter around.
Good.
She got your ass good.
Things went very sideways very quickly after you guys disappeared. I'm gonna again open up the collar a little bit and show the tattoos. I'm off the leash.
Oh, sweet ink.
100% my own person.
Good for you.
Thanks. These are my boys.
Absolute death stares, the two of them.
Kyle, Dominic.
So,
Be
bro,
nice.
pound it.
They don't.
I'm gonna kind of like half turn to both of them and be like, you guys know that like in another life, this is Uncle Dimitri.
Yeah, in another life, I don't get paid. What's your point?
Don't get paid. Is these guys like they think they're tough, right? Oh, it's so fun to look at little neophyte walk up being all like, I'm badass. Oh, look at me stare at you. Anytime we step out of Elysium, you come see me. I teach you what it feel like to die again, bitch.
You boys are now.
Ashley and I will take our leave at that point.
Carter, we'll catch up. I have questions, but yes, good choice. I'm gonna
I'm
look.
so sorry.
So again, to my boys, you are under no circumstances to engage this man or either of them. Not because I'm trying to keep them from, getting theirs, but it's more for your safety.
They begin to take a couple steps back.
I brought you over to meet people from my past, not to start shit, all right? It's important to know your history before you repeat it yourself. And then I'm just gonna kind of turn away from them and focus back on the conversation at hand with the ghosts that came back into my life. Where have you been?
Oh, here, there, everywhere, bro. A lot of time in Boston, though.
Oh shit, how's Boston?
Oh, it's not bad.
So I used to do some work in Boston, like every so often when I was on the East Coast. Yeah, there was a dude, a real weird eclectic guy. Real weird guy. He was a big fan of like cloaks. They brought him in from time to time. Like he was the cleaner. They would send me in to make a mess, and they'd bring him in to clean it up. How's that guy doing? Claudius?
Dead.
Whoa, wow. Okay.
I had nothing to do with it, I promise.
I didn't accuse you of it.
I
Now
swear.
Now I'm not convinced.
You begin to see Sheldon sort of become up behind you guys, not trying to stealth or anything like that, but walk up. If we could move into the next room, the announcement's about to be made.
I'm
Oh,
very
sorry, bro.
Yes, sir.
I'll pat him on the back.
You see him just visibly shiver as as you guys enter into the next room. Isaiah, you definitely notice multiple Nosferatus in their truest forms. The leader of sort of like the sect of the Anarchs is also here. But definitely sort of keeping more to themselves than not, watching from afar. As you all sort of begin to take note, as they all sort of gather around this stage, just slightly elevated over the rest of the floor. And Caleb steps forward. As you guys know, Indianapolis has been princeless for a few months and looking directly towards Dimitri.
Allegedly.
That being said, we have come to the conclusion of who will now take the throne. Nessa steps forward, sort of standing next to Caleb. And there are no hard feelings between the two of us. It was a exhausting race. They got the blood flowing, as it were. And multiple people within the crowd began to chuckle and snark at it.
I get it.
And within the recent revelations that have taken place, we are even more ready to make the announcement. Caleb steps forward. Nessa looks over. Our new prince, Prince Caleb of Clan Ventru.
Gonna kind of elbow Kyle. It's your boy.
Another one for the Kings.
Oh.
And roughly about this time, you hear screaming coming from the front area where you guys just came from. And you see Caleb take a sigh. Please. As you see this very long sword be brought to him. This is not how I wanted to start my journey as Prince of Indianapolis. And I take absolutely zero pleasure in what is needing to take place. He looks towards the rest of the old Primogen, each one of them nod. Each one of them very, very upset about it. As you can see, two rather large-looking individuals, each with one arm carrying Bart lifted off the floor. It's interesting, and let this be a lesson to not only Camarilla, but to members of the movement who are joining us as well. A group of individuals can bring you up to rise in power. As you can see, Bart sort of being put chest onto a chair. And so it's one person, two people, them both holding them down. And those same people can tear it right away from you. As he sees this long sword begin to be unsheathed. Bartholomew. You went from trusted spy to sheriff. And with your power and abilities, have forsaked the Camarilla. And I provide and sentence the final death as he goes ahead and swings down the sword and just takes Bart's head clean off. Body goes limp. Many people in the crowd gasp. As Bart begins to rapidly decompose. Prince will put the sword away. Please send him back to his family, send him back to his loved ones. And thank him for his service. Again, I do not enjoy having to do this, but there are things that need to be done in the name for the Camarilla to make us sure that we are safe. In my first act as Prince is a bloodshed, but the second does not have to be. Dimitri, Eva, I once considered us colleagues. Looking towards you, Dimitri. Clansman, someone I could count on. And you see the confusion come from the old Primogen. I remove the blood hunt from both of you.
Kind of look at Eva and smile.
But know that we are not brothers and sisters. You will not be allowed back in the Camarilla. If anyone requires my assistance, I will be within the garden, opening and discussing any questions, comments you may have. But before I leave, I would like to name my Primogen. And he sort of takes a step back. Continuing as Keeper of Elysium, Sheldon of Clan Malkavian. As Harpy, we have Nessa of Clan Toreador. Jordan Pensky of Clan Gangrel. Augustin of Clan Nosferatu. And Victor Norman of Clan Ventru. Everyone begins to have mixed feelings as the name of the Primogen has been given. And what you guys can tell from the crowd is they're confused why there's 2 Ventru on the board.
Nepotism.
But nonetheless, they continue on. If you have any questions, please reach out to any of my Primogen. And if you know any good sheriffs, please send them my way. Thank you. And the Camarilla around begin to clap as he exits. And that is where we will go ahead and wrap up for tonight's session. Thank you, everyone, for coming and hanging out with us and joining us. I do appreciate it. Thank you for my cast. We are now, for those of you guys at home who have been keeping up, on Chapter 5, Episode 59. So thank you guys so much. I really couldn't imagine that this would go on 59 episodes, but we're here and we're ready for the next arc. So this was, again, Episode 59, City of Railroads. Isaiah, thank you so much for joining us, by the way. I know it wasn't a whole lot for you to get to do, but it is good to start that beautiful train rolling. And thank you for taking the time to join us. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Everyone, this will be uploaded on Monday over at youtube.com/@jbrews. And as always, guys, if you haven't already, make sure to head over to Adventure Dice. Thank you, Ian.
Beat you to it.
And Indy My Night is sponsored by Adventure Dice. Head over to adventuredice.ca and use code JBrews for 10% off your order. As our weekly disclaimer, it does not count on dice that are, for charity. We want to make sure that they get all the dice or all the money for them. So we don't have that code be accessed for that, but everything else does. So make sure to check them out. It's a fantastic company who's been nothing but kind to us as we've grown in this partnership. So make sure to check them out. We will be here same time next week, but as a disclaimer, guys, check your calendar. Sunday, daylight savings time. So for some of you that matters, for some of you that doesn't, nonetheless, still going to be 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so make sure to be here, and we'll see you guys next week on another episode of Indy by Night. Have a good night, guys.
Bye.